In the previous videos, we were discussing how you can make yourself visible when you're an expert specialist and when you are the team leader. In this video, I would like to address with you the importance of becoming visible and communicating more as a woman leader when you join what is called the talent pool. So in my understanding, the talent pool is anything in between the first-time manager and members of the board, right? Because every company is different and you may have various levels of influence. You can have board minus anything from board -1 to board -4 and 5. It depends very much on the size of your organization, on the structure of your organization. So here we basically put in one pool all the women who are talented, who are smart, who have potential to grow and become one day part of the company's executive team. So, how are we supposed to communicate when we are going through the motions? Now, here is the most interesting thing. Usually, when you are in this area in the hierarchy, two things happen. Our family starts to grow, so we have children. We get a spouse or we have children, and we start to age. I don't want to avoid this charged word, but yes, I am 41 and definitely my energy today is different from the way it was when I was 30 and from when I was 20. So as our energy is slightly decreasing, the expectations on us, both at home and at work and in the society, are increasing. And we may tend to fall even more under that spell of operations that I was mentioning in the first video. So there is so much to do. Oh, the kids, they're sick. We need to take them to the doctor. We don't have proper childcare, regardless of their age. Or, our spouse needs something else, or our aging parents need something else. So we are literally in the sandwich phase, both in our lives and in our careers. And this can be an incredibly churn phase. And I have a lot of compassion for the women who say, where on earth can I find another 2 hours a week to think about some articles to write for Hospas Kenovini or for Forbes, right? So it's understandable why we feel that there is not enough time to prioritize communications. But here's the trick. Communications is a strategic investment at any single level and moment of your life. The same way how you created savings from the moment you actually started to get your payroll when you started your career, and you continued making savings because it matters, even though you may have had different life and consumption needs. In the same way, it is absolutely essential and vital to make investments into your communications, into your visibility, because whatever you invest here will yield later when you will need it to grow into the company board. And again, not every woman should want to grow into the company board. Every desire you have, every ambition you have is blessed and it has its place, right? But what breaks my heart is that women who do have those desires and those ambitions don't realize that by not doing the right things at the right time, they kind of shot themselves in the leg, and they have a much higher uphill battle when they do want to walk, when they have the circumstances to walk on their ambitions. And for these women, I am speaking and I'm shooting this video because I want you, if you do want to grow, if you do want to express and experience the maximum of your human potential at work, from a position of influence, which can be in the board or as the CEO, then you need to be mindful that your communication is the kind of a red thread that will help you to get there. And this red thread is made of your ideas, of your thought leadership. So if you are now leading a large team or department or project doesn't matter, it can be IT transformation, digital transformation, it can be finance, it can be sales, it can be HR, it can be PR, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you are the owner of one area that matters for the future of your organization. And if you find time to nurture your ideas and to communicate them inside the organization and outside the organization, you create that buffer of thought leadership that will make you visible, credible, and trustworthy for the people when you want to grow. And again, here we are fighting an uphill battle because on the one hand, we have all of these expectations and demands of our regular life, right? We are at the age in between anything from 27 to 45, 50. And it's not easy to manage this, and it's not easy to prioritize communication. But when you realize why you prioritize it, when you realize why you actually go to that conference, you decide to apply and go to that conference, when you decide to leverage, because this is where the smart women act, is not just about going to a conference, delivering your presentation and coming home and kind of, I'm happy, I'm done with it. No, smart, intentional women leaders, they pick up only the type of communication interactions with the highest impact, because your time is precious, you know it the best. So you choose the right communication interactions with the highest impact possible. You communicate beforehand why you chose them, why you will go there. You communicate during and you communicate afterwards. So you leverage, and your leverage should be 50% more time and more impact than actually you attending that conference, going to speak at that TED Talk or something alike, right? So here, the ways for you to make yourself visible is to facilitate a larger company event. Volunteer to facilitate or to conduct some exercises when, I don't know, there is some company retreat. Moderating a large company event. What else can we have? You can have, so these are the things in internal communications. Being the face of a communication campaign, right? Employer branding, hiring, you name it. Or of a new procedure, you go shoot some videos. It can be you. In terms of, you cover the internal communications, and then you start to look at the strategic stakeholders of your organization who are aligned with your line of work. So it can be associations. If you cover sustainability, you need to talk to the Sustainability Association. If you're a lawyer, the legal chamber. If you're an accountant, the finance association. So you need to plug yourself into those industry associations that resonate with what you do and who may welcome your specific know-how from your organization, and map with them the communication opportunities that they can offer you. Because it can be speaking at a conference, it can be a large interview in their next newsletter or on their podcast, and so on. It has never been more communication opportunities than currently, because everybody during the pandemic started to create all of these amazing communication opportunities. So your job here is, first of all, to decide that you want to do this, that you understand the value of communication and making yourself visible for your future. And second is to take stock, make the inventory of all of your communication opportunities, choose the right ones, and then do it in an intentional way, and then leverage. Because your traction and your momentum and your visibility will be generated through leverage. So hopefully all these efforts will yield at a certain point, and the moment when you go to apply for your board role, you will come with a wonderful portfolio of inspiring articles, interviews, podcasts, and those people in the board, they will already know you before you knock at the door. They will already know you, they will already like you, and they will already trust you, because you made your voice heard way before you applied for a job in the board. Good luck. And in the next video, we will talk about your communication from the board member position.